y'all. I'm in a decent mood. I'm getting, ooh, child, well, crazy, come out. Getting these videos done. Hold up. Let me, there you go. I'm the Mademoiselle, and ça c'est deuxième Chanel, ouais, and Zodiac. Nous allons parler des Zodiac. Cancer. The cancer of all our lives. Calm down, Cancer. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. Y'all not about to do nothing anyway. Y'all not about that life. Emotional fucks. Let me stop. Falling a little bit behind with these Zodiac videos. Forgive me. I kind of forgot. And now it's currently Leo season as I'm filming this. So we're gonna kind of read it up, right? So Cancer season falls between June 21st and July 22nd. And they are actually a cardinal water sign represented by the crab. They are very, very, very emotional and very, very soft. As much as a lot of people like to say that they are actually very hard and very, very soft on the inside but hard on the outside. So to be honest, do not let that fool you, okay? They're honestly probably one of the sweetest people you will meet. Now when it comes to Cancers, I will say, like, I don't really care for them that much as a sign. Like, I don't hate them, I don't love them. They kind of just there. Like, Cancers are Cancers. Now it's funny because most of the boys on my squad are Cancers, on my college squad, so shout outs to y'all, love y'all. But like, it's a sign that like they just to me. Between Cancers and I'm sorry because one of my really like close friends, honestly practically best friend at this point, she's a Sagittarius. That's another sign where like they just to me. Libras, I don't really like them too much because most Libras I don't get along with often. That's another sign, just like those three signs, they just to me. So Cancers, the Cancers that I've come across, honestly, none of them have ever been on my shit list because for me, they're just genuinely really good people. If you ever had a problem with a Cancer, I feel like there's really something wrong with you because I don't feel like there's anything really wrong with them. They are genuinely tenacious people. They're extremely creative, very imaginative. One thing I really like about them is they're very, very sympathetic. Something about Cancers that a lot of people really often miss is that they're extremely empathetic as well. They're able to resonate with your pain and everything else that you may be going through. And I guess that might be something that a lot of people don't like because they're just like, that's the only time you really ever see a Cancer show up is when you're going through grief. But to be honest, I really like that. Like, they're one of the best friends to have when you're going through something. Like, you can vent to a Cancer. You could tell a Cancer everything that you're going through because they're going to be there for you. And I genuinely like that. Like, all of my Cancer friends have been the best friends that I ever had when I was going through something. Like, they've been the best shoulder to cry on. Even though they may not come off as very sensitive and you probably hate a Cancer because you're probably a Gemini, you might be a Pisces, shit, you might be a Scorpio, I don't know, you might be something, because I know there's a lot of people out there that hate Cancers, and if you hate a Cancer, that's probably because you never got to know them. Cancers are actually the hardest zodiac sign to get to know next to Geminis, which often makes them very much so misunderstood. They are very, very closed, okay? They do not let anyone get too close to them, and this is because, again, they're very, very sensitive, they're very emotional, and they're not really apt to open up. So if they let you in their circle, I'm telling you right now, like, kudos to you, because it's not that easy. If you do have a Cancer friend, I'm telling you right now, you probably don't even really know that Cancer friend. They probably just let you know what it is that they wanted you to know. Like, you know them, but you probably don't know them, okay? They probably robbed a bank and you didn't know that they robbed a bank, okay? They probably got a sixth toe and you didn't know that they had a sixth toe on one foot, all right? Like, they're very, very secretive. They're very, very private. They don't like their business out there. So they're very, very selective with who they let know certain things, who they let around them. They're homebodies. They like the cozy things. They like the luxurious things, but they don't like to flex too much. They kind of remind me of the Tauruses, right? But but not the loudness, okay? Like, Tauruses are Cancer is like the chill part, but they still like the nice things. They like the coziness. They like to be home. They like the homebody part of it all. Like, they're very much so like, listen, I'm trying to chill, I'm trying to relax, but they like to keep everyone that they love being around, like family and friends, very, very close. And this is because Cancers are actually the most family oriented zodiac of the zodiac, okay? They're probably the zodiac that created family over everything, or my least favorite, blood is thicker than water. Okay, I hate both those quotes. I don't believe either one of them, but I'm very sure they created that quote, okay? Cancers are literally the most family oriented zodiac sign. They literally are very, very, very into their family. They're very into the friend groups that they cultivate. They love a family get together. They love a friend get together. Shit, they love food. That's probably why they love to get together. They're amazing hosts. They love to have events at their house because they love their house, okay? They love to host people at their house. Like, they just love the whole togetherness of family and all of that. And that also could be a bad thing, which I'm gonna get into a little bit later. They have psychic and mystic capabilities, and they're very intuitive. So when they do have their own children, they can often feel how their children feel. If they have a twin, which most twins can feel this, but if they're Cancer twins, they can always feel how their twin feels, even if they're like light years away, okay? Like, it's actually pretty damn scary. Since the Cancer sign is ruled by the moon, they can be extremely moody, and this is probably another reason why a lot of people are not too fond of Cancers. You don't know what type of Cancer you're gonna get. They either happy or they sad, they miserable, or they're extremely ecstatic. And this is because, just like the moon does change, okay? The moon does have different phases, and this is extremely important to note for those of you guys who have Cancer children, okay? Children are already kind of unstable because they're growing, they're learning, but since Cancers are already governed by the moon and the moon has changing phases, it's important to understand that since their moods and their hormones are already kind of changing and the moon phases change, their personalities are not necessarily going to be stable. And then a lot of people are not necessarily going to understand that, so they're going to react with anger to certain things towards Cancers. And Cancers are very different from other signs, right? So some signs, you know, they're okay with conflict. Some signs, they're okay with confrontation. They're okay with, you know, talking to them in stern ways or whatever. Cancers, they're not doing that. They're not doing that for you. And that's one thing with Cancers I can't fucking stand. They avoid conflict like the fucking plague. They are not about to argue with you, honey. Even if it's something that they caused, even if it's something that genuinely needs to be talked about in order to rectify an issue that needs to be handled for something very serious, they don't give a fuck. They'd rather wait for it to pass. They'd much rather like literally bypass that shit, okay? Like gastric bypass surgery, okay? They're like, yeah, we're for what? No, like, yeah, because it's, for whatever reason, conflict resolution is just not necessarily something that they care for if it has to do with an angry type of resolution. If it doesn't have to do with using their brain and using a very calm tone, like if the level is not kept like this and the conflict is not going to be handled in a very, very resolute way, speaking in a very calm manner, they don't want to hear it. As soon as the level starts to get like walking away, level starts to go from like level 3 to level 5, that nope, no screaming, no yelling, no anger, no scowl, no, they're not doing it. Like it's really annoying because it's like, motherfucker, grow up. But that's just how Cancers are. And even if some way somehow things do escalate to that level and they're the one showing the aggression, I kid you not, they didn't learn anything from that conversation, because that's just how Cancers are. They do not learn from that type of interaction whatsoever. The moon also represents self-care, comfort, as well as maternal or paternal energy. So a lot of Cancers love taking care of their loved ones. So let's get into a little bit more pros. They absolutely love taking care of their loved ones, like I just said. They love being the ones that people rely on. They're very, very generous to their friends and family. They love food. They are homebodies. They love to stay home. They don't gotta worry about them hanging all outside all times of the night. Okay, if anything, they gonna bring the night into the home, which, I mean, that could be a con. I might discuss that later if I remember. But they more than likely are going to be home all the time. They enjoy a good Netflix and chill. Again, extremely family oriented. They are constantly looking forward to hanging out with family, hanging out with their cultivated group of friends, and of course having their own families. They attract amazing partners and amazing friends because of their fierce loyalty and their great ability to be very, very generous to others, because they're so selective of who they keep around them. They absolutely love entertainment, so they have the best parties. When a Cancer has a party, it's a party, okay? It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party, okay? Oh my God. I need more Cancer friends that have parties. Because most of the Cancer friends I have, they just love going to parties. They don't like the whole shit. But most of them don't have their own houses. Let me stop throwing shit. But anyways. Now, of course, let's get into the cons. My favorite part, because I love to drag. Now, one of the main cons is that a lot of Cancers are way too selective, okay? A lot of them don't necessarily care to make new friends. They're very much so close to the friends and the families that they have, so they're very no new friends. They don't want to kill their feng shui, okay? And I mean, I feel like that's kind of bad, because imagine, like, sometimes from what I see, a lot of Cancers have very toxic people around them, okay? They'll have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that they know damn well been cheating on them, or they know damn well they don't want to be with, but since they're so committed and they're so loyal to that person, they'll stay, okay? They'll stay friends with that person. They'll stay in a relationship with that person because, oh, well, we've been together for so long. It's disloyal for me to leave them now. And it's like, are you fucking dumb? Are you fucking dumb? Leave. Like, what? Like, I literally have this one Cancer friend. He's been in this relationship with this girl for literally 8 years, and all they do is cheat on each other. And I'm like, this don't make no sense. And he is so unhappy. I'm telling you, he's growing gray hairs at fucking 27. And I'm not talking about 1 or 2. I'm talking about, like, he literally is like 27 going on 46. And I'm just like, bro, like, it's not worth it. Like, just leave. Like, it's insane. It really is. Cancers are fiercely loyal to a fault, okay? The next one is the family-oriented shit. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Being family-oriented is all cool and all until you're so family-oriented that you will literally put your family over your spouse. And most Cancers will literally put their family over you in a relationship. If you're in an argument, if you're going through a situation where it's like, oh, you're gonna have to choose your family or me, kid you not, it's gonna be the family over you, okay? It's gonna be no questions asked, okay? Because you came after the family. It's not going to be no, oh, I pick my wife, oh, whatever. Like, it's not gonna be, oh, I suck your dick so good, so I'm just gonna have to choose my wife. No, they're definitely gonna pick the family over you. And that's a very, very problematic situation. I feel like it comes to a point where when you're an adult, you have to understand that your family has to let you the fuck go. Unless they're gonna be sucking your schmeat, no. Or your cuckoo. It has to be gone. And I completely understand. Yes, family is gonna be there for you. Family is important. At the same time, your family has to let you go too. You know, it's very, very toxic for your family to have a hold on you to the point where they're letting you choose between your spouse and them. Like, why is that a thing? Like, that should not be a thing. So that's another thing that I've seen a lot happen with a lot of people that I know who are Cancers in relationships. Cancers expect you to get along with their family and get along with their friends. More than likely, the relationship is just not going to work, okay? I have seen so many Cancer friends of mine break up with their significant others specifically because their spouse or their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, did not get along with their friends and family. This is like literally the end all be all for them. And I think that's extremely problematic because sometimes it literally be their family or their friends antagonizing this person or literally digging up dirt or digging up problems or causing problems with this person. It's like, how can you be so fucking dense to not see? And again, that brings me to my first point that I made. Sometimes it's your toxic ass family. Sometimes it's your toxic ass friends. And sometimes they gotta fucking go. Like, you can't just be out here letting your family and your friends dictate, ruin, and fuck up good things for you simply because, oh, well, that's my friend, that's my family, that's my this, that's my that. Like, that's really, really bad. I need to understand, like, why can't you, like, I mean, I understand it though, because some people really do put, you know, significance in family. And personally, I've never been that type of person. I've never been family oriented. I've been whoever I love to the fault of actually being considered family as my family. My actual blood family has to earn that spot in my eyes. You know, you're not just automatically family because you're related to me. So I completely understand it to an extent, but when you start getting older, I feel like you have to create your own family. Whoever you're in a relationship with may become your own family. So it's just extremely problematic and toxic how people be really sitting here doing this goofy shit, y'all. Like, oh my God. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They don't communicate very well and they can be very, very distant. Cancers have a very non-verbal communication style a lot of the time. Not most of the time. It depends on what their other signs may be in their chart, but a lot of Cancers I know have a very non-verbal communication style. They kind of expect you to just know. Kind of like Geminis. That shit gets on my fucking nerves. They kind of expect you to just understand, go with the flow, which can be extremely problematic because we're not mind reader, Cancer. We know mind reader, okay? Shit's annoying. Of course, this can lead to them being very passive aggressive, but it makes no sense. How can you be passive aggressive when you don't like fucking conflict? Like I said, they avoid conflict like the plague, okay? They avoid conflict like gastric bypass, bitch, all right? So it all makes sense. For someone that avoids conflict so much, you would expect them not to avoid conflict as much, but they really do, and that's extremely problematic. The next con is that they are extremely private, okay? And they don't like strangers. They don't like strangers at all. This could be annoying because trying to introduce them to new people, they're not really open to it. They don't really want to. They might do it to make you happy, but they don't want to. So this can make them very standoffish. They don't have any patience, all right? They don't have any patience at all. They kind of can have a short fuse. Again, this one really depends. A lot of Cancers that I've seen don't really exhibit this, but I do know a lot of people that have Cancer friends and they be telling me stories about them and I'm like, yeah, that Cancer is pretty interesting. So it really depends. Some Cancers that I know some people that I know that know Cancers have a really short fuse. So it really depends. And my last one is a lot of Cancers don't like to take fucking advice. Oh my lord, there's no point in even wasting your time saying any advice to any Cancer because they're not going to take it. They may seem like they're open to advice. They may seem like they want your help, but they don't want your help because they're not going to listen to you. They're just going to act like they give a fuck. They're going to act like they really need help, but they really don't need any help. They're going to do whatever it is that they want anyway. And it's probably going to be one of the worst decisions ever. They're probably not even going to tell you that they didn't listen to you. You're just going to see that they didn't listen to you. And then they're going to be mad that you're basically telling them that they ain't shit. So don't even waste your time giving them advice. And that shit is so fucking annoying because again, they do a lot of things that are just really, really problematic because they're just so loyal to that they shouldn't be so loyal to. When it comes to relationships, they are just so loving and so loyal and so kind. They're actually probably one of the best people you can be in a relationship with. They're so loving, they're attentive, they're very, very caring, and they're rarely ever going to cheat on you. If they do cheat on you, it's most likely because you did something. I'm not trying to be toxic here. I'm just saying, like, Cancers rarely cheat. It does not happen, okay? But again, they do like to communicate non-verbally. So in relationships, that doesn't really change. So they're really gonna need someone that's in a relationship with them that really understands them and doesn't mind the non-verbal communication. They're really into routine. They really hate superficial people. They don't like flaky people. They really love consistency in a relationship. And I beg you, don't you ever cross a Cancer because I kid you not, all the things that you're incompatible with a Cancer is gonna rear its ugly head. You're gonna see that shit real quick and it's not gonna be pretty. Crossing a Cancer is like crossing a Capricorn. Funny enough, that's probably why Capricorns and Tauruses are probably the best compatibility for Cancers. Funny enough, I didn't know that until I was looking this up. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I never worked out with any Cancer men I tried to get with, but I guess it kind of makes sense. I guess reading up on it again, if I wasn't in my current relationship, would I go for a Cancer? No, don't care for them, just saying. But anyway, yeah, just don't cross them, don't cross them. They can be vindictive son of a bitches when they're hurt. Okay, you ever seen a hurt Cancer? Oh, child, you gon' suffer, you gon' suffer, you gon' suffer, you gon' suffer, Jesus, you gon' suffer. Woo, it's bad. When it comes to family and friends, of course, like I said, they're very fiercely loyal to them. And you have to be accepted by their family and friends, or more than likely the relationship is not going to work. Their kids are extremely important to them, probably more than any other zodiac. I feel like everyone's kids are important to them, but when it comes to Cancers, they'll probably do anything for their kids. Like, they will fall on the sword for their kids. They will probably catch a charge for their kids. Like, they will do anything for their kids. Like, anything. So don't ever fuck with a Cancer's kid. Child, they the parents that's probably gonna fight a fucking 2-year-old on the playground for fucking with their kid. No gas. That's a Cancer. Honestly, another one. Cancers is probably the definition of I'm not a killer, but don't push me. But for my kid, there you go. When it comes to work, they are very, very good workers, hard workers, focused on tasks, and they will get the tasks done. But they prefer to be left alone. Okay, they do not like being micromanaged. They do not like being hovered over, and they're fiercely loyal to employers. Okay, they know how to keep a job. They're not going to be bouncing around from job to job. When they find a job that they actually love, that has a really good pay, that they can actually invest and get all their bills paid and take care of their family and be generous, of course, with that job, they will actually stay at said job. Careers that they are most likely going to be successful in are nurses, housekeepers, politicians, decorators, or gardeners. Cancers are actually very, very good with money, and most of the time when they're in relationships, they're the ones that actually handle the funds in their relationships. They're always investing, they're always the one budgeting and things like that. So they're actually the better ones to actually handle those types of situations in your relationship. Okay, so when in doubt, just give the money to the Cancer. Okay, because the Cancer, they gonna make sure all your money is intact. All right, they take money very, very seriously, and they don't want to be broke. So if you don't want no problem, just give it to the motherfucking Cancer. All right, so with that being said, let me know down below, are you a Cancer? When's your birthday? Happy birthday, happy belated birthday, or happy whatever, depending on when you watching this video. With that being said, like, share, subscribe, do all that. Let me know down below what you thought about this video. Make sure you guys check the description box for everything that you guys always ask me about down below. Get your merchandise, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye.